Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you all? Okay, now continuing with the fetch execute cycle. Now today we will take an example to see how the fetch decode execute cycle work. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, students, as we see, as we have discussed in the previous lecture, that the program control hold the address of the first instruction to be executed, right? And then that address is copied to MAR, memory address register, and then CPU just send this address over the address bus to the memory, and here this data will be the data on the address 000 will be transferred through data register to the memory data register. Now this instruction is again copied to current instruction register, where the data where the instruction will go to the decoder in order to be executed. Okay, now here what is a program counter? Points to the next instruction that needs to be executed. It is incremented by 1 to the point to point to the next instruction. So when here I can show you. Now when this program counter will copy the address to the memory address register, now the program counter will have 001 and as address. So the program counter will have the 001 address. So when this instruction will be executed, it will check the program counter and it will have 001 address. So it will move to the 001 address in order to get the instruction. So that's why the program counter is always incremented by 1 when it transfers its content to the MAR. Now memory address register, the memory address register hold the address of the instruction which is going to be executed. So program counter copies its address to the memory address register. Now program counter, now when the address of the program counter is copied to the memory address register, now what happens that address bus will take the address 000 and move here. Now here we have 000 address, and it will, so the memory address points to the next instruction, the main memory, and it will move here. Okay, now this load 4 instruction on address 000 will be transferred to the memory data register through a data bus. So memory data register has now load 4 as instruction. Okay, now load 4 instruction here is in the memory data register, and it will be transferred to the current instruction register. The instruction resides in the current instruction register. This is the end of the fetch part of the cycle. Here we are done with the fetch cycle of the fetch execute cycle, because all the data or the first instruction is like going to be decoded. So we are done with the fetch cycle of the fetch execute cycle. Okay, now what happens in the decode stage? This from the current instruction register, it moves to the instruction decoder. This instruction register decoder is controlled by the control unit and will decode the instruction. For example, the previous instruction we have was load 4. It means load 4 into the accumulator register, right? So what it will do, it will load the 4, it will decode it and will load the 4 numeral value to the accumulator. Okay, moving on. So in the decode stage, we have the instruction is divided into 2 parts, like opcode and operand. Here in this case, load 4, load is opcode that what is going to be done with that, and 4 is a operand, right? So 4 instruction will be loaded to the accumulator. Okay, now in the execute stage, here load instruction 4 is loaded, and here in the how it will be executed, this instruction decoder will send this value 4 to the ALU and then to the accumulator. So the purpose of load 4 instruction was to load this accumulator register with the value 4, and with the help of these process 4 value is loaded to the accumulator. Okay, so this is it with the lecture. Now what you are going to do, you have an activity to do. On the right hand side I have some values, it is a part of a memory in which instructions are there. These are memory addresses and these are instructions. Now you need to see, and starting from the first location, start filling these program counters until you reach this decrement 3. Increment means increment the value 1, and decrement means decrement by 3, like minus any value that is in the accumulator, just do -3 with that. Okay, so this is your activity that you are going to solve on your notebooks, right? Take every instruction one by one and make them separately for every instruction, right? So this is your fetch, decode and execute cycle. You are going to solve this activity, and just and I think you have to submit this. You can see in your CGSIS login account, and you will get every assignment there. Okay, so this is it for now, and now we will have a meeting on Zoom, and if you have any issues regarding this lecture, we will discuss. Thank you.